Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my theory tuition series where we're working step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. We're now on the very last section of grade 4. We're making great progress. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find the free PDF information sheets I refer to. They're available to download in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written how to take your ABRSM Music Theory exam, and it's full of hints and tips on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're in the exam room working through your exam paper. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there for you. If you can give me a like, that'd be really fab. That'd be encouraging to me. And please subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's still lots to come. And so if you'll turn with me to the back of your book to page 48, we're just going to have a look at this last general exercise. And so I think by now you're getting the gist. This is all of grade 1, all of grade 2, all of grade 3 and all of grade 4 being brought into focus. And I suggest that you use this as an exercise in refreshing your memory on some topics that you perhaps haven't visited for some time. And so I'm going to give you some reference points to where to refer back to. Oops a daisy. And then you can revisit the information that you need to, and then you can have a go of this. Do have a go of it on your own and go back and research the information. If you're a bit rusty on a particular topic, you can watch that particular video again, and then we can come back together and we'll work through the paper to check your answers through. And so I'm just going to give you some reference points now. All the questions refer to this extract from Elgar's Dream of Gerontius. Oh, I've sung that. And then we'll work through it when you've had a chance to check up these sections. So this performance direction can be found in grade 2, section I. Grade 4, section M will give you that. We've got a combination of terms here, so we need grade 2 section I and grade 3 section L to get all of that fully explained. Ornaments are discussed in grade 4 section K, and so that will also give you this next bit as well. So that's 4 section K as well. Intervals. So we're looking at several intervals in the extract, and all of those can be found in grade 4 section H. Here we need to refer to these notes and give the technical names, bearing in mind which key we're in. And so technical names are covered in grade 4 section E. We need to explain why we think this is played by violins, and we look at those sorts of things in grade 4 section M. You'll find the answer there if you can't think of it off the top of your head. And then here we need to rewrite bars 6 to 10, and we need to make it into compound time but without changing the effect. And we first do this in grade 3 section E. So that should sort of set you on your way and put you on the right path. And so have a go at that, and then when you've had a go, we'll work through it together. So I'm hoping that you've had a crack at this. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. Always work in pencil. You'll have your trusty eraser to hand, and so we can always change things and learn as we go. So andantino, this is a strange one because it can mean either, it's a bit ambiguous, it can either mean a slow walking pace, like a little slower than andante. Alternatively, it can mean a fast walking pace, which is a little bit bizarre. So it's ambiguous. It's either a little slower or a little faster than andante. So you can't really go wrong there, can you? Cantando literally means singing. And actually, if you think about it, it does bear strong reference to the grade 1 term that we first came across, cantabile, cant. Cantabile is in a singing manner, so that's nicely memorable. You should group those together, I suggest. Molto largamente. Molto is much or very, and largamente is broadly, very broadly. There we go. What kind of ornament is used in bar 1? So bar 1 here. That's the classical term for that is acciaccature, with double C's both times. Just takes a bit of thinking about. Or you can call it a crush note or a grace note, I think, but that's the classical term. Okay, so tick the box that best shows the way to play bar 11. So bar 11 is a trill that starts on an F sharp. So we need to have an F sharp that's alternating up to a G sharp, and then we've got this little turn at the end, so we need to make sure we include E sharp to F sharp, and that should also be represented as well. And so glancing through will be this one, because this last one doesn't include this. I think yeah, this is the best one. Yeah, that's the one. Let's carry on. So now we need to name the intervals marked as shown. So bar 16 is the first one. So we're going from an A to an F. So first of all, we know that it's a 1, 3, 5, 6th of some sort. So that's half your marks. Now A to F sharp would be major because F sharp is part of A major scale. However, because it's F natural, it's been brought lower, it's part of the minor scale, and so that's a minor 6th. Bar 17, we've got a 1, 3, 4, and we're going from A to D. There's no alterations there, that's the perfect 4th, part of the major and the minor scale, without any chromatic alterations. Bar 18, let's look at bar 18. So we're looking here. So we've got a 1, 2, 3 of some sort, and we're going from B flat to D. D is part of the B flat major scale, and that's a major 3rd therefore. Bar 19, we're getting there. So we've got basically a 1, 3, 4th of some sort. Now C to F would be a perfect 4th. However, we've raised that bottom note from C. So instead of C to F, we've gone raised the bottom note. We've made the interval smaller. So we've gone from perfect straight to diminished. So that's a diminished 4th. And the last one, bar 20, is a 1, 2, a 2nd. Now G to A would be major, but we've raised that bottom note, so we've made the interval smaller, and so it's minor because it's G sharp to A. So that's a minor 2nd. Okie dokie. Cracking on through this quickly. So then, from bar 12 to the end of the passage, the music is in D minor. Okay, so this bit that we're referring to, we need to remember we're in D minor, D is our first. Give the technical names of these notes. So we've got to work through, so bear in mind we're in D minor. We hardly even need to look at the music because they've even given us the note names. So D, E, F, G is the fourth, so that's the subdominant. If you want to look at that in the music, there's bar 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4. However, they've given us the note names, they've even spelled it out for us, so we don't really even need to look at the musical example. So we've got subdominant, that's the fourth note of the scale. So we're counting from D to C sharp. D, E, F, G, A, B, C sharp. That's the seventh. That's the leading note. The leading note always rises to the eighth as you're working up that scale. 7 to 8. D to E, we're going 1, 2. So that's the supertonic, just above the tonic. D to B flat. D, E, F, G, A, B flat is the sixth, and so that's going to be the submediant. Okie dokie, so now we're going to F. D, E, F is the third, that's the mediant. D, of course, is the tonic, that's the first. And then the A, D, E, F, G, A is the fifth, so that's the dominant. There we go. They made that nice and easy for us by giving us the letter names. Okay, so a bit of observation here. What clues suggest that this passage is played by violins? Again, we've got clues. We're looking perhaps for more than one. So the first clue, we know it's a string instrument because we've got Sol G and bowing marks. So we know it's a string instrument and we've got Sol G. So that there tells us the G string is on the violin. And then also it's in the treble clef as well. So we've got, so we won't really need to say about the bowing marks because perhaps any string instrument would have those. And so we just need to say Sol G is the string. And we're in the treble clef. So that must be violin. I suppose you could say bowing marks as well, because that shows it's definitely a string instrument as well. Those two are your primary answers though. Okie dokie, last one. So rewrite bars 6 to 10, but now we need to use a compound time signature without changing the effect. We first visit this in grade 3E. So if you're not sure, I suggest you have a peep at that video just to refresh your memory. So at the moment, we're in duple time. We're in 2 beats per bar, and each beat is a crotchet. And so now we need to go into duple time. But we need to go into groups of 3, so each beat will be a dotted crotchet. And so that duple time will be 6/8 because that's our time signature in its basic form there. So let's just get some bar lines going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're doing 5 bars, so let's just mark that out. They're in little bars though. So bar 10, bar 9, bar 8, bar 7, bar 6. I'm just going to write the bar numbers just so I don't get lost. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember in the exam they'll put the blank stave conveniently underneath the extract. So we'll just have to manage here as best we can. So, oh, you know, I'm getting carried away. Before I do the time signature, whilst I'm thinking. So first of all, we need the treble clef. We need the key signature, and now we need our new time signature, don't we? So we're going from bar 6 here. So I'm just going to get the note heads in first of all. So I'm just going to copy these note heads in, just so that we can think clearly. So we've got a B, A, E, F, B natural, C tied to a C. So I'm here now and I'm just copying. It's really awkward when you're out of sync, you're not even directly underneath, so just take your time copying that. We're going to have a rest of some sort, so I'll leave that for the moment. Bar 9 is all rest, and then bar 10 we've got a rest, a B, A, oh, gone off a bit there, A, and then a G. And whilst I think about it, I'm going to just look at any dynamic markings just in that last bar. We've got that. There we go. Okay, so we're converting from groups of 2 to groups of 3, so we've got to make it longer. So we add a dot, and remove the triplet sign, because there's no need to squish 3 into the time of 2. We need to keep it, so we're going from groups of 2 to groups of 3, so we need to add a dot to make it longer, remove the triplet to make it longer. So add the dot, remove the triplet. Now here we could either add dots or we could add a duplet, because remember a duplet makes 2 into the time of 3. So I'm going to use a duplet, that's just more efficient. Add a dot, and so our rest will now also have a dot. Now bar 9 is a complete bar's rest, and actually there's no need to change that at all, because that whole note or that semi-breve rest still means just a full bar's silence. No need to add a dot at all, that's just full bar silence. And now we've got a group of 2 here that need making into a group of 3. So instead of adding dots, I'm going to just create those into a duplet. And then for the next part of the bar, we remove the triplet sign. And that's that. And so now really we can just add the phrasing marks. So that's that done. I've done that. So bar 10, we could even put the bowie mark and then the phrasing mark. And there we go, job done. And that's the end of grade 4 for now, until we visit some of the past papers. I hope that's been helpful to you. Please do go back and just refresh your memory on any topics that you need to. You can find the links to all of my YouTube video tutorials on my website. You can also find the PDF information sheets that I keep referring to. All the information's there. Please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of those resources. If you can give me a like, that would be fab, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.